Okay, so I gotta talk about this because it's been bothering me all day. And I feel like if I don't say it out loud, I'm gonna explode. So just bear with me. And before I even start, let me give y'all some context because otherwise this is not gonna make sense. Me and this girl been friends since college. Like we go back. Like I was there when she got her heart broken the first time. She was there when I was going through my mess. So when I say I love this girl, I love this girl. Which is exactly why this conversation frustrated me so much. Because it's not coming from judgment. It's coming from, I've watched you do this before, and I can't sit here and watch it again. You feel me? And honestly, this is not even the first time. This is like the third guy she's done this with. The third. And every single time it's the same pattern. She meets somebody, gets all excited, and then starts accepting the bare minimum like it's a gift from God. And I'm sitting there watching like, girl, we've been here before. But anyway, let me just tell y'all what happened. So she calls me today, random Tuesday, middle of the day, and I already know something's up because she never calls during the day unless she got something to tell me. Usually she just texts. So when I see her name pop up, I'm like, here we go. I pick up and she's already going. Like I didn't even get to say, hello, good. She just goes, jump. Girl. So you know that guy I was telling you about? He texted me again this morning, like every single day. Good morning, beautiful. How'd you sleep? The whole nine. And I'm listening. I'm not saying nothing yet. But in my head, I'm like, okay, text, cool. But y'all know me. I am not easily impressed by words on a screen. Because, and this is a whole other conversation for another day, but my ex used to do the same exact thing. Good morning, beautiful, every single day. And guess what else he was doing every single day? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I already know that texts don't equal effort. But I didn't say all that to her because I was trying to let her have her moment. So I just said, that's nice. So when y'all going out? Simple question, right? Like that's the most basic follow-up in the world. But the silence that came after, y'all, I already knew. Before she even opened her mouth again, I already knew what she was about to say. She goes, I mean, we haven't really gone out yet, but yet. She said yet. Y'all hear how much work that one little word is doing? Yet is carrying the entire relationship on its back right now. Yet implies something is coming. Yet implies there's a plan. But there's no plan. There's no date. There's no let's go here Friday. It's just yet. And let me tell you something about yet. Yet can last forever if you let it. Am I lying? Be honest. So at this point, I'm starting to get a little, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was getting frustrated. Not at her, at the situation. Because I've seen this before. I've lived this before. So I said, so he texts you every morning, but he has never actually taken you anywhere. And I didn't even ask it as a question. I just said it, like a statement. Because sometimes you gotta repeat what somebody said back to them so they can hear how it actually sounds. You ever do that? When somebody tells you something and you know it's crazy, but they don't know it's crazy, so you just say it back flat. Yeah, that's what I did. And of course, she starts defending this man. I knew she was going to. She goes, no, but it's not like that. He's just really busy with work right now. Like his schedule is crazy. He works 12-hour shifts, and by the time he gets home, he's exhausted and Lord, give me strength. Y'all, I had to literally pause because I wanted to say so many things, but I know if I come at her too hard, she's gonna shut down and stop telling me stuff. And I don't wanna be that friend. You know that friend who's so judgmental that people stop coming to them? I refuse to be that. So I took a breath and I said, girl, everybody works. I work, you work, we all got stuff going on. But when somebody wants to see you, they figure it out. That's not even debatable. Now I thought that would land. I thought she would hear that and go, you know what, you're right. But nah. You know what she said? No, but you don't understand. Like, his job is different. He's on his feet all day and his job is different. She said his job is different. Girl, everybody thinks their situation is different. That's how people justify staying in stuff that doesn't serve them. But my situation is different. No, it's not. It's the same situation with a different man's name on it. I'm sorry, but it's true. But okay, let me calm down because I'm getting heated and that's not... Look at me getting all worked up on here. But it's because I care. And it's because I literally was her. Like, I can't stress that enough. So I tried a different approach because clearly the direct thing wasn't working. So I got soft with it. I said, okay, let me ask you something and just be real with me. When's the last time he actually made a plan? Like, not we should hang out, an actual plan. Let's go here on this day at this time. When? And she goes, he said we should hang out soon. Soon. Y'all, she said soon. Do you know what soon means in dating? Soon means never. Soon is the most dangerous word a man can say because it sounds like a promise, but it's actually nothing. Soon is a bookmark. It's a placeholder. It's, I want you to stop asking without me having to commit to anything. That's what soon is. And she fell for it. So I told her, baby, that's not a plan. That's a maybe. And you're you're too good to be somebody's maybe. There's a difference between being patient and being played, and I don't want you to confuse the two. And I wasn't sure if I should have said that last part. Because you know when you say something and as soon as it comes out, you're like, was that too much? Yeah, that was me. I was like, maybe I went too far with the being played part. But honestly, sometimes you gotta hear it raw for it to land. You can't always sugarcoat stuff, especially for people you love. And that's when it shifted, because she got quiet. And then she said, and this is the part that got me, she said, my business judge, why are you being like this? I'm just telling you about somebody I like, and you're just shutting everything down. And y'all, my heart broke a little, because she wasn't mad. She was hurt. She felt like I was taking away the one good thing she had. And I understand that. Have y'all ever been in that situation where somebody's trying to help you, but it feels like they're attacking you because you're not ready to hear the truth yet? That's where she was. And I know that place. I've lived in that place. So I pulled all the way back because I don't ever want her to feel like she can't talk to me. The moment she stops telling me stuff is the moment I can't help her at all. So I softened up. I said, I'm not being like anything. I'm asking you questions because I love you and I care about what happens to you. That's all this is. And she calmed down. And then she said something that, honestly, y'all, this almost made me cry. She said, Kia, I just really like him. The way she said it, y'all, so small, so quiet, like a little girl saying she wants something she knows she can't have. And I felt that in my chest because I've said those exact words before to my friend about my ex, the same exact words. I just really like him. And you know what that really means? It means I know this isn't right, but I'm not ready to let go because feeling something is better than feeling nothing. And that's the trap. That's how you end up staying in stuff that's slowly draining you. But I couldn't say all that to her. Not right then. She was too vulnerable. So instead I asked her something that I think changed the whole conversation. I said, I hear you, and I'm not telling you to stop liking him, but I need you to be honest with yourself. Does he like you the same way? Not in texts, not in words, in actions. Does he show up for you the way you show up for him? I don't know. And that, right there, that was the most honest thing she said the whole conversation. I don't know. She didn't defend him. She didn't make an excuse. She just told the truth. And if you don't know whether somebody likes you the same way you like them, you already know, right? Like, let's be real. When somebody really wants you, there's no confusion. You know. So if you don't know, that is your answer. You feel me? So I said, and that's okay that you don't know right now. But you deserve to be with somebody where you never have to question it. And for a second, I thought it landed. I really did. But then, and y'all, this is the part that almost made me lose it. She goes, you know what? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe he'll plan something soon and I'm just being impatient. She went back. After everything, after all of that, she went right back to the excuses. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Girl, you are underthinking it. That's the problem. You're not thinking enough. But you know what? I didn't say that. Because, and this is something I had to learn the hard way, you cannot force somebody to see what they're not ready to see. You ever try to wake somebody up who doesn't want to be woke? They just get mad at you and go back to sleep. So you gotta plant the seed and let it grow on its own time, which is exactly what I did. I said one last thing, and this is probably the most important thing I said the whole conversation. I said, let me ask you one more thing. If your little sister called you right now and told you everything you just told me, word for word, what would you tell her? And y'all, the silence was so long, I thought the phone disconnected. I almost said, hello? But I waited. And finally she said, I would tell her she deserves better. Exactly. See? She already knows. She already knows. She just couldn't say it for herself. And isn't that crazy? How we can see things so clearly for everybody else, but when it's us, we go completely blind. Like if her sister told her this story, she would have been like, girl, leave him in 2 seconds. But because it's her, she can't see it. And I get that, because I was the same way. When I was with my ex, and I'm not gonna get too deep into this because that's a whole other video, but when I was going through my situation, my friend told me the exact same things I just told her, word for word. And you know what I did? I defended him too. I made excuses too. I said, you don't understand too. So I can't even be mad at her because she's just doing what I did. We all do it. Until one day we don't. And that's how the conversation ended. She got quiet. We talked about some other stuff. Nothing important. Said love you. Hung up. And I sat there for a minute after. Just thinking. Because I don't know if anything I said got through to her today. Probably not. And that's okay. Because it didn't get through to me the first time either, or the second time, or the third time. It took me almost a year of hearing the same thing from my friend before that switch flipped. But here's what I know for sure. One day, and I don't know when because it's different for everybody, but one day something is gonna click for her. And it's not gonna be because of anything I said. It's not gonna be some big dramatic moment. It's just gonna be this quiet thing one morning where she wakes up and she's just done. I'm done. Not angry, not crying, not making a scene, just clear. Like a fog that's been sitting over you for months just lifts and you can finally see. And you look at the situation and you go, why did I stay this long? And you can't even answer it because it doesn't make sense anymore. That's the click. And once it happens, oh, it's over. The old version of you is gone. The way you carry yourself changes. The way you respond to texts changes. You stop double texting. You stop checking if he's online. You stop accepting soon. You stop being grateful for the bare minimum. And you go from chasing to choosing. And that's the difference. Because chasing is exhausting. Chasing is you running after somebody who's walking away from you. But choosing is you standing still and saying, I know what I'm worth, come correct or don't come at all. That's power. That's peace. That's what I want for her. That's what I want for anybody watching this who's in that same situation right now. And I know some of y'all are watching this and you're in it right now. You're that girl on the phone making excuses for somebody who wouldn't make a plan for you. And I'm not gonna judge you because I was you. But I want you to hear what I told my girl today. If your little sister told you your story, what would you tell her? Yeah, tell yourself that. I said what I said.